Now I start example 3. F from n to n, fx x square, g also n to n, and g of x is x cube. Question is find FOG and GOF. Both possible, therefore we say find FOG GOF because both running from n to n, set of natural number n. So definitely FOG n to n and GOF also n to n are well defined. Let's find out values. What is for every x belongs to n for GOF of x? First I find rule of GOF of x. So how will you write GOF of x? As per our definition, G of fx. But what fx given in this data? X square. So it should be G of x square. Now what will you write for gx square? You see gx is x cube, so it is x square whole cube, that is x6. Now for all x belongs to an FOG of x find. How will you find? F of gx. What gx? Check in your data, gx value x cube. So it should be f of x cube. Now what rule of fx? X square. So what rule we write for f of x cube? X cube square is also x6. So we see what here? GOF running from n to n. With what rule? GOF of x we obtain x6. Same way FOG from n to n and FOGX rule we obtain x6. So we see both by looking carefully. You say domain of GOF, domain of FOG both are identical n to n. And codomain of GOF and codomain of FOG, they are also nn. So which means that domain of GOF, domain of FOG, codomain of GOF, codomain of FOG equal, and not only that, but values GOF of x and FOG of x both are equal to x6 for every x. Therefore, by definition of equality of two functions, we conclude that GOF equal to FOG. So sometimes this happens, GOF and FOG may be equal, but not always. So therefore generally remember, composite functions not satisfy commutative law. Be careful, not satisfy what I say, not satisfy commutative law. If I change our functions rule and if you find may possible different, and at that time we say GOF not equal to FOG. Okay, another examples we see. Now we take sum number 4, example 4. Let f from n to n fx define 3x plus 2. G from n to n gx is 2x plus 3. Here also both function from n to n to find FOG GOF both are possible, both running n to n, that you clear. Now let's find value what of GOF of x. For every x belongs to n, GOF of x is G of fx. Now easy for you. You look at fx rule 3x plus 2. So now become G of 3x plus 2. Now you look rule of G. G rule is G of x is 2x plus 3. So what is for G of 3x plus 2? 2 into 3x plus 2 plus 3. That simplification gives 6x. 3 to the 6x. Plus 2 to the 4 and 3 7 means 6x plus 7. Now find another for FOG. For every x belongs to an FOG of x is what? F of gx. What is g of x? We say 2x plus 3. Therefore it is f of 2x plus 3. Now rule of f follow. Fx is 3x plus 2. So what f of 2x plus 3? 3 times 2x plus 3 plus 2. And simplification gives 6x plus 9 into 11. So what you observing here, both GOF and FOG have same structure n to n. It means both have same domain, both have same codomain. But looking their rule, GOF of x we obtain 6x plus 7, whereas FOG of x 6x plus 11. Are they equal? No, because this rule is not equal. And therefore FOG not equal to GOF. So this type of sum also there. So be careful. I say again, I repeat, composite functions whenever you write composition rule is not satisfy commutative law. Okay, now next number, example 5. If f r to r is a function defined by fx is x square plus 4x plus 3, find fo f of x. Look at fo f of x like fog, gof, this type of fof. You may have gog this way. Why? Here f r to r and fof means second time also f write r to r and contact that fof again running from r to r. So we easily say as f r to r, fof r to r is well defined. Not only that, if you have second question fof, then also r to r, fof 4 times, then also it is well defined. This way, remember one function fr to r given, then fof, fof also well defined. So let's see here how we calculate value of fof x. For all x belongs to R, fof of x is f of fx. Now f of fx means f of put value of fx, x square plus 4x plus 3. So obviously this much value you write for fx. But once again you have to write the value under your function f of x square plus 4x plus 3. Again you follow this fx rule. The first whatever here value in place of x, that you write square. So here x square plus 4x plus 3 whole square. Plus 4 into x means 4 into what here x here? X square plus 4x plus 3 and then plus 3. Its simplification give this result. You can try yourself at home simplification. fof of x you get this way. You can verify also. No problem for this simplification. Now we have another definition, that is definition of inverse function. Inverse function. Now what is inverse function? That we define first. A function f a to b is called invertible function if there exists a function g from b to a such that gof equal to ia and fog equals to ib. The function g is called the inverse of function f and is denoted by f inverse, f to power minus 1. It looks like power minus 1, but don't consider f to power minus 1 as 1 upon f. You call it f inverse. Clearly f inverse from b to a. Remember, given function f a to b, its inverse function what I call g is just a and b interchange, g from b to a. So therefore f inverse b to a. And obviously again if you go for inverse of f inverse, then f inverse of inverse is what? A to b function, it should be f. So be careful. Definition, read again. A function f a to b is called invertible function if there exists a function g from b to a such that this is condition, gof is ia and what? fog is ib. gof should be ia. Remember f a to b, g b to a. So obviously we start gof running from a to b, a to a, that is identity function. It should be identity function from a to a. fog, when you go for fog, it is b to b and that should be identity function. Then and only then, remember, then and only then we say g is inverse of f or f is inverse of g. The main condition for inverse is what? gof ia and fog ib. That you remember. Now remember that if f is invertible, then f must be 1 1 and on 2. Remember, must be 1 1 and on 2. When f is inverse, then it is called invertible. And when it is invertible, when f is 1 1 and on 2. Conversely, if f is 1 1 and on 2, then also f has inverse, means f must be invertible. So hence, to check whether function f is invertible or not, what we have to check? Whether f is bijective function or not. If so, then f inverse exists. otherwise not. You know, bijective function means 1, 1 and on 2. So this is essential condition for existence of inverse of function. What condition? 1, 1 and on 2. So when you have question, check, or you say question, find whether given function has inverse or not. So what to check? Function 1, 1 or not, then on 2 or not. If both are true, means function bijective, then we say f inverse exists, otherwise not. Okay.